Welcome to Learning English from People.
Mike Tyson, the baddest man on the planet. There are two Mike Tysons. The first is a ghost, a memory that still haunts the world of sports. He is a young, powerful force of nature in black shorts and no socks. He paces the boxing ring like a hungry tiger, his eyes burning with a terrifying focus. This Mike Tyson was an artist of destruction. He was Iron Mike, the youngest heavyweight champion in history, the baddest man on the planet. For a time, he was the most feared athlete in the world. The second Mike Tyson is the man we see today. He is older, calmer, and surprisingly gentle. He has a tattoo on his face and a soft, high-pitched voice. He hosts a popular podcast where he talks about philosophy, life, and his own mistakes with honesty and humor. He is a grandfather, a businessman, and a man searching for peace. How can these two men be the same person? The story of Mike Tyson is the story of that question. It is a journey from the darkest corners of American poverty to the brightest lights of global fame. It is a story of incredible success and shocking self-destruction. And ultimately, it is a story about the fight to find peace with the monster inside. The story begins in chaos. Michael Gerard Tyson was born in Brooklyn, New York, on June 30, 1966. His home life was not stable. The man he knew as his father left the family soon after he was born. His mother, Lorna, had to raise 3 children by herself. Money was a constant problem. The family moved to Brownsville, a neighborhood known as one of New York City's most dangerous places. In the 1970s, Brownsville was a world of poverty and violence. This world shaped Mike Tyson. He was not a natural fighter. He was a shy, overweight child with a high-pitched voice and a lisp. Other kids bullied him constantly. But inside this shy boy was a deep well of anger. And one day, that anger exploded. Tyson loved pigeons. He raised them on the rooftops of buildings. One day, an older boy tried to steal one of his birds. When Tyson refused, the boy grabbed a pigeon and cruelly broke its neck. Something inside Tyson snapped. A deep, primal rage exploded out of him. He attacked the older boy with a violence that shocked everyone, including himself. In that moment, he learned a powerful lesson. Violence was a tool. It could earn him respect. It could keep the bullies away. This discovery sent him down a dark path. He started committing small crimes like robbing stores. He joined a street gang. He was fighting all the time. By the time he was 13 years old, he had been arrested 38 times. It seemed like his life was already over, but the place that was meant to punish him ended up saving him. He was sent to a special school for troubled boys in upstate New York. There, he met a man named Bobby Stewart. Stewart was a counselor and a former boxer. He noticed Tyson's incredible strength and convinced him to try boxing. Stewart quickly saw that Tyson had a rare talent. This kid was special. So he made a phone call that would change boxing history. He called Cus D'Amato. Cus D'Amato was a legendary boxing trainer. He was a brilliant old-school teacher who saw boxing as a form of art and philosophy. He lived in a large house in Catskill, New York, where he trained a small group of young fighters. He didn't just teach them how to punch, he taught them how to think, how to be disciplined, and how to control their fear. When D'Amato saw the 13-year-old Tyson, he saw more than just a troubled kid. He saw a future world champion. D'Amato became more than a coach to Tyson. He became a father. When Tyson's mother died of cancer a few years later, D'Amato became his legal guardian. For the first time in his life, Tyson had a stable home and a father figure who believed in him. D'Amato built Tyson from the ground up. He taught him a unique boxing style called the peek-a-boo. In this style, the boxer holds his gloves high against his face for defense and then explodes forward with powerful punches. It was perfect for Tyson's short, muscular body. But D'Amato's most important lessons were about the mind. He taught Tyson that fear was like fire. It could destroy you, or you could learn to control it and use it as a weapon. He filled Tyson's head with stories of great champions from the past. He told Tyson, over and over again, that he was destined to be the heavyweight champion of the world. He made Tyson believe it. Under D'Amato, Tyson became a star amateur boxer. He turned professional in 1985 at the age of 18. His first year was like a storm. He fought 15 times and won all 15 fights by knockout. Most of his opponents didn't even last one round. He was a terrifying mix of speed and power. He was nicknamed Kid Dynamite. But just as his career was taking off, tragedy struck. In November 1985, Cus D'Amato died. The loss was devastating for Tyson. D'Amato was his rock, his guide. Without him, Tyson was lost. He was surrounded by people who wanted to use him for his money and fame, but he had lost the one person he truly trusted. The foundation of his life was gone. Even without his mentor, Tyson's mission continued. He had a promise to keep. Just 1 year after D'Amato's death, on November 22, 1986, Tyson fought Trevor Berbick for the heavyweight title. Tyson was only 20 years old. He destroyed the champion. In the second round, a powerful punch sent Berbick stumbling across the ring. He fell, got up, and fell again. The fight was over. Mike Tyson was the youngest heavyweight champion in history. He had fulfilled D'Amato's prophecy. For the next 3 years, Tyson was more than a champion. He was a king. He unified all the heavyweight titles, becoming the undisputed champion of the world. His fights were global events. People tuned in just to see how quickly he would knock out his opponent. He beat great fighters like Larry Holmes and Michael Spinks. The Spinks fight lasted only 91 seconds. After that victory, there was no doubt. Mike Tyson was the baddest man on the planet. He was a cultural icon. His look, the simple black shorts, the white towel, the intense stare was famous everywhere. A popular Nintendo video game, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out!, made him a hero to millions of kids. He was rich, famous, and on top of the world. But outside the ring, the boy from Brownsville was struggling. He married an actress named Robin Givens, and their relationship quickly became a public disaster. They appeared on television together, where Givens told the world that Tyson was mentally unstable and their marriage was pure hell. Tyson just sat there, looking lost. At the same time, his professional life began to break apart. He started working with the famous and controlling promoter, Don King. Soon, the team that had been with him for years was gone. Most importantly, he fired his trainer, Kevin Rooney. Rooney was the last person in his corner who had learned directly from Cus D'Amato. Without him, Tyson's discipline and technique began to slip. He stopped training as hard. He started relying only on his power. The monster in the ring was unstoppable, but the man outside the ring was falling apart. The crash came on February 11, 1990, in Tokyo, Japan. Tyson was scheduled to fight a little-known boxer named James "Buster" Douglas. Everyone expected another easy knockout. Douglas was a huge underdog. The odds against him were 42-1. But Tyson had not prepared for the fight. He was out of shape and unfocused. From the start of the fight, something was wrong. Douglas was not afraid. He used his height and long arms to keep Tyson away. He hit Tyson with a strong, steady jab again and again. The invincible champion looked confused. In the 10th round, the unthinkable happened. Douglas hit Tyson with a powerful combination of punches. Tyson fell to the canvas for the first time in his career. He looked for his mouthpiece on the floor, dazed and beaten. He could not get up in time. The referee counted to 10. The fight was over. The world was in shock. The baddest man on the planet had been defeated. His aura of invincibility was gone forever. It was one of the biggest upsets in sports history. The loss sent Tyson into a dark place, but worse was still to come. In 1991, he was accused of raping a young woman in a hotel room in Indianapolis. The trial was a huge media event. Tyson said the encounter was consensual, but the jury found him guilty. In 1992, Mike Tyson, the former heavyweight champion of the world, was sent to prison. Tyson was released from prison in 1995 after serving 3 years. He came out with a new tattoo on his face and said he had converted to Islam. His return to boxing was a huge success. He quickly won back 2 heavyweight titles. It seemed like a second chance was possible. His comeback led to a fight with another great champion, Evander Holyfield. The first fight in 1996 was another shock. Holyfield was not intimidated. He fought back hard and wore Tyson down, eventually winning the fight when the referee stopped it. The rematch in 1997 would become one of the most infamous moments in sports history. Tyson was frustrated. He felt Holyfield was headbutting him, and he couldn't seem to hurt him. In the 3rd round, he did something shocking. During a clinch, he bit off a piece of Holyfield's ear. The fight was stopped. The crowd, the commentators, and the world watched in disbelief. After the fight resumed, Tyson did it again. He bit Holyfield's other ear. He was disqualified. The scene in the ring was chaos. Tyson had lost control completely. The boxing commission took away his license to fight and fined him millions of dollars. He had gone from a champion to a monster to a joke. He had become a pariah. His career never fully recovered. He had a few more fights, including a final championship match against Lennox Lewis in 2002. Lewis dominated the fight and knocked Tyson out. It was clear that the great warrior was finished. He officially retired in 2005 after losing to a little-known fighter. By then, he was broke. He had earned over $300 million in his career, but he had spent it all. He told the world, "My whole life has been a waste. I've been a failure." It was a sad end for a man who once seemed to have everything. For most athletes, the story ends there. But Mike Tyson's story has a final, unexpected chapter. The years after his retirement were difficult. He struggled with addiction to drugs and alcohol. His life hit its lowest point when his 4-year-old daughter, Exodus, died in a tragic accident at home. That terrible loss seemed to change him. It was a wake-up call. He decided he had to change his life or he would die. He got married again to a woman who helped him find stability. He got sober. He started to look at himself and his life with honesty. The man who emerged was different. The anger was still there, but it was quieter. It was joined by a new sense of humility and wisdom. The shy boy from Brownsville, who had been hidden inside the monster for so long, finally had a voice. He started to tell his story. He performed a one-man show on Broadway called Undisputed Truth. He wrote a best-selling book. He started a podcast, Hot Bixin with Mike Tyson, where he has surprisingly deep and thoughtful conversations. He appeared in movies like The Hangover, where he showed he could laugh at himself. Today, Mike Tyson is a symbol of something complex. He is a warning about the dangers of fame, money, and uncontrolled anger. He is proof of how childhood trauma can echo through a person's entire life. He was both a victim of his world and the cause of his own destruction. But he is also a symbol of redemption. His final fight is not for a title, but for peace. The boy who became a monster is now just trying to be a man. And in this final round against his own demons, he might finally be winning.